Welcome back to Skylab Gaming with your host, Skylab Gaming Creation. And hey, we're back with the happiest game alive, Slime Rancher. Today, I'll be showing you, dear ranchers, how to find all of the blue treasure pods that are in the game as of version 1.0.1. If for some reason you'd like to see the old guide, I'll go ahead and link that below. And also I'll give you a timestamp for where the new ones are. But as there are a couple added in between areas that I missed last time, you don't want to miss what we've got coming up. Before we go on this slightly long adventure, you're going to need a few things. You're going to want to have at least 200 boost. A health upgrade could be very handy, and you're going to want to have all of the areas in the game unlocked. So that means the glass desert and the temple. So starting from the dry reef, let's get going. From your main ranch, go ahead and head on out here. And we got a couple of these kicking drills here. If you don't have treasure cracker, the blue treasure cracker unlocked, all you have to do is make approximately 25-30 of pretty much any slime science gadget. It doesn't matter what it is. I made a bunch of drills because those are the quickest, or excuse me, a bunch of pumps because those are the quickest to make, just the basic ones. To make them en masse, very easy to do. That's the way that I would go about doing it. Now, back to the pod. If you head back towards this ledge here, kind of where we found the first green pod, actually right there, you're going to see this little archway across the slime sea here. Go ahead and boost on over. And you can go to either of these structures. I like just going straight to the back one here, because that's where the pod is actually located. Press X to open this one. And you'll get the violet teleporter, a set of 2 teleporters that can be used to create your own quick travel link. Those are awesome to have. I love those. Probably my favorite gadget. Let's get on to the next one. The next one can be found not too far away, so I'll go ahead and show you that real quick. You can boost back over, hop on up this ledge here, and we're going to keep on going. Past this little area with all these pink slimes. And you're going to come over this underpass here, and you can actually see it right abouts from here, so you know approximately where we're going. Go ahead and boost on over to this ledge over here. Now, sometimes this ledge can be a little funny, so I find it's easier to jump onto this pogo fruit tree and then boost on over to it. Press X to open this pod. And you'll find the pink coral columns. These coral towers are a reminder that the dry reef was once below the slime sea. Onwards to the next pod. The next one you're actually going to find in the overgrowth section, so from your main ranch, go ahead and head on over to the overgrowth section. And once you get here, you're going to want to keep going. Past your hopefully not angry slimes, we'll have to come back and feed these guys. And once you go through this little overhang here, you can come down these stairs, and right behind these stairs to the left, past this very cute slime stack, oh gosh, this damaging slime stack, you'll find the next pod. Press X and we can go ahead and open up this one, and this one's got some supplies in it. Now, I would suggest taking these back so you can deposit them, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, so I'll meet you guys at the next blue pod. Now from that last pod, we can continue onwards. We're going to take the teleporter towards the ring island. So go ahead and make your way on over there, past all these slime stacks. It's pretty crazy all the different slimes you can get in those slime stacks. You never know what you're going to see. And of course, when I'm least prepared and have nothing on me, a gold slime will probably spawn. Might want to pick up something along the way. But that's fine. We're going to keep on rolling here, past these happy little rock slimes. And you want to head up towards where the pink Gordo originally was. So just keep on heading towards the back, and then you'll head up once you see these little wooden bridges. And past the first one, past the second one, and that is where he originally was. Now, there's going to be a little ledge on your left side here, which is where we're actually going to want to go. So boost jump on over. And it's literally hidden behind the little edge here. Careful not to fall off as you go over. Go ahead and spin this one open. And you'll find some more rare materials. You'll find 2 deep brine and 1 lava dust. As I've stated before, lava dust is a little harder to mine, so awesome that they come in the pods. Let's get on to the next one. For the next pod, head on over to the grotto and take this back exit here. And I should remember this path from last time, but if you did miss it, I'll show you guys it again. The little bridge area over there with the torch is our objective, so we're going to try to fly over there. You actually can make it over in approximately 1 big boost if you're feeling extra brave for some reason. The safer bet is to just island hop like I did there, though. And over this broken bridge. Once again, watch out for those angry slimes. They get you at the least expected times. So once you come through that little overpass, you should see it. Drop down to the ledge here, open up this pod, and you'll find the spring pad. Launches anything that touches it straight into the air. This is a really cool one. I don't know if it has that much practical use, but it is a pretty cool little instrument. All right, on to the next pod. The next pod is actually going to be a little out of ways. It's right before the entrance into the moss blanket. So go ahead and take that teleporter that is in the overgrowth section of the ranch. And you should pop out about here. Go ahead and cross the bridge here. Now, that little rocky ledge, you're going to want to jump to that one first. And the reason that you got the jetpack upgrade is particularly for this one. So go ahead and let your boost recharge all the way. And we're going to fly all the way to that long one over there. Now, you could do this conservatively with 200 boost, maybe even less if you're really careful, but I would take whatever the highest amount of boost that you have just to be safe. Once you climb all the way over on there, you'll find the next pod. Go ahead and open this one up and you'll find the red slime lamp, a decorative lamp housing a happy slime. And this one looks pretty happy. Let's jump to the next pod. Now the next pod is going to be really right next to the entrance to the moss blanket, and you can boost jump on over this way. If you hop up on this little slime statue here, jump onto the top of him. Boost jump across to this ledge up here. And this is the actual entrance, so you can go all the way through if you prefer, or you're on the other side. We're going to keep on going this way here. And if you look towards the right, you'll find this little bridge here. And underneath this bridge, you'll find the next pod. Go ahead and press X and open this one up. And you're going to get some wild honey and a little royal jelly. Royal jelly is a rare one that's used for teleporters, so super awesome to have this one here. Let's go ahead and get to the next pod. If you take the main path in the moss blanket, the one that is actually right past the honey gordo, you should come to this broken bridge. Go ahead and fly across it. And keep on going on this path here. Oh, and run into a lucky slime that you have nothing to shoot at. He is a happy looking guy though. I like that he has a little nubuck on his head. Alright, continue onwards here. You'll find Hobbs's little sign there. And once you come to this little ledge right here, head to the left, and you'll find the next blue pod. Looks a little violet when it's dark here. You're going to find 3 hexacomb inside of this one. And with that, we can get to the next pod. The next pod is a hop, skip, and jump away, so let's go ahead and continue on this path here. Past the mushroom forest, that's what I call it. I don't know what it's officially called, but it's a bunch of giant mushrooms. And they're kind of clumped together, so I guess I'd call that a mushroom forest. Not that I've ever seen one, except for this one. Go ahead and fly on over to these diagonal bridges, and you'll know you're in the right place because you'll see these 2 torches past this bridge at the end. And underneath these diagonal bridges, you'll find the next blue pod. If you open up this one, you'll find the blueprint for glow cones, a strange flora that explorers often use to find their way in the night, like it currently is. They kind of look sort of like that. To the next pod. Go ahead and climb those diagonal stairs and you'll make it to the top here from the last pod. And we're going to keep on climbing on the top here. We're basically going to head towards the back of the moss blanket. You can go on top of this log or go through it. Doesn't really matter. Since we're on top, we're going to keep on going here. And you can drop down to this final section. Near the back, you'll know you're in the right area because there's a one-way teleporter in the back. And you'll come to a little bridge here. Once you get to the bridge, you can pretty much jump wherever. It is actually underneath the water. Go ahead and jump on in. Open up this pod. Thankfully, Beatrix is pretty good at holding her breath. And you'll get the Amber Warp Depot, a set of 2 gadgets that allow you to remotely transfer resources between 2 points. On to the next pod we go. For the next pod, you're going to want to head on over to the Indigo Quarry. Now, once you actually get here, head towards the Volcanic Cave area. And go through the entrance on the right side here. You can go through either entrance, but it's a little bit easier because, as you see, once you get through the overhang there, it's pretty much right in front of you. So boost on over to that one and pop it open. Once this one pops open, you get the crystal cluster. You may think this is a clutch or even a collection of crystals. You would be wrong because it's a cluster. On to the next pod. Back outside of that volcanic cave here, you can keep on going and drop down or keep on flying, doesn't really matter. You're going to come upon this little pond area, this little springs area here. All these happy little puddle slimes. Good time to grab them if you haven't already or if you don't have any. And towards the right side, if you're facing this way, towards the right side, you'll find the next blue pod. We can go ahead and open that one up. And you'll find some indigonium and a strange diamond. More rare materials. Always good to have those. Let's get to the next pod. The next one is actually going to be on the Volcanic Island, so if you don't remember, if you go across the bridge from where you were, you can take the teleporter here, and it'll take you to where you need to go. Towards the back, you're going to find a little spiral area that looks sort of like this. Go ahead and head up on this way. And it should curve all the way to the top here. Once you get to the top, in this patch of flowers, you'll find the next one. This one reveals the fire flower patch. Flowers grown from all volcanic ash that take on a burning hue. This is probably one of my favorite decorations. They look really cool, especially at night. Onwards to the next pod. Back in the main section of the Indigo Quarry, you're going to want to head past where these feral slimes spawn. A little bit past where you came back from the teleporter, and you'll come to this back area. And head to this underpass here, and you'll see this huge formation here. We're going to head left here. And once we get through this cave, this long winding cave, you'll come to the place where the Radgordo originally was. But if you've already popped him, he won't be here anymore. But if you go behind this little pillar right here, you should find the next blue pod. Once you open this one, you get the green teleporter, a set of 2 teleporters that can be used to create your own quick travel link forward to the next pod. Just a short journey away, you'll find the next pod. So, from the last area, or really the last pod, you're going to come back to that formation and take a right here. Try not to take too much damage or get too irradiated. And we'll find the next pod underneath this large wooden structure with some stairs here. Or a ramp, really. Go ahead and open this one up, and you'll find the green slime lamp. A decorative lamp housing a happy slime. Probably my favorite color of slime lamp, but hey, to each their own. Let's get to the next pod. You can go ahead and take this ramp on up now. And we're going to sprint towards the next one because it's not very far either, conveniently enough. Go through these little hoop things. I never figured out what these hoop things are, by the way. These mysterious ring structures. I don't know if they're bones or concrete or what they are, but they're kind of cool. They're kind of cool. Go ahead and head up on the path here. You know that you're in the right place because there's a one-way teleporter down there. That patch of grass. If you keep on going, you'll find the next blue pod for this area. And here you'll find some more resources. Now we can go ahead and deposit these and then we'll keep on going. Now for the next few pods, these are going to get a little tricky, so stick with me. Now you're going to want to head to the ancient ruins for the next set of pods. Go ahead and press this first button to get through this door if it's not already open. Jump on down to the next button and press it. And that'll open up the door for the section that we need to get to here. Past these wall spawning slimes. And the cool looking lights. I don't really know how they're powered. Science, somehow. Quantum slimes is how they're powered. Go ahead and fly to the next switch here, and you'll see these double walls so you know that you're in the right area. Go ahead and press this button. Now, this is the actual area that we need to get to, this little double-walled area. So, what you're going to want to do is press this button right here, turn back around, head down this little path, and then you get the next one that's revealed to you. And this green echo, if you're an echo collector or you just like green lights, might as well snap that up too. Go ahead and open up this pod. Yeah. And then you'll find some spiral steam. Onwards to the next one. Towards the middle of the ancient ruins, you'll find the next location for the pod. Go ahead and head on back to the area where the Boom Gordo is, and drop down to his section. And you can fly on over if you've already popped them. If not, there's a switch on this side. Otherwise, go ahead and fly on over here. And the pod is actually right behind him where he is, so if you come from this other section, you'll have easy access to this pod, even if you haven't popped him yet. Go ahead and crank this one open, and you get some slime fossils. To the pod of the next we go. From the Boom Gordo, you're going to want to head out where he is or was, depending on if you've blown him up or not, and keep on going down this path here, and hang a left. And you'll see this area with all of these tall pillars. You're going to head towards the back here. Once you get to the back side here, go ahead and jump on this ledge here. And if you shimmy around, you should see a little glimpse of it there. And you can kind of stagger your way up these rocks if you have trouble with this ledge. I sometimes do. Go ahead and open up this pod. And you'll get the Ruined Pillar. The stone structures of the ruins once supported vast temples, and some say time itself. Ooh. Time travelers, very spooky. Let's get to the next pod. From that last pod, go ahead and go under these little pillars here, or over, doesn't particularly matter. And then you can come to the other side here. Now, where we're aiming is right about there, so go ahead and go all the way across here. You can hop up these rocks to gain a little bit of elevation. And then you're going to want to fly on over. See, there was a green pod that we opened there last time. You're going to want to fly on over basically on top of that there. And with enough boost, you should be able to do it. Continue on over this little ledge here. Hop on over and you'll find it tucked away in this corner. Go ahead and open up this pod. Oh, and we'll get rid of this echo real quick. And you'll find 3 hexacomb. What's hexacomb doing in the ancient ruins? I'm not really sure, but it was in the pod. Let's get to the next one. From here, you're going to want to continue onwards. You can either take the main path or you can go all the way around. We're just going to go around here to show you. Jump across these supported pillars, and you're basically gonna go all the way towards the end here, like you're gonna go towards the glass desert. You can boost up onto this little platform here. Let your boost recover a little bit. Unfortunately, as you're adventuring around, your boost is not infinite, not yet. Go ahead and take yourself all the way over to the edge here. You know you're in the right area because on this side is the teleporter to the glass desert. Go ahead and head up on this little ramp here. If this little door here is not open, there's a switch right on the right side over there. Once you come through the doorway right on the left side here, you'll find the next pod. Opening this one up reveals Starflower Patch. Starflowers are said to have grown from the fragments of a shooting star, but of course, that's impossible in a game filled with impossibilities. Now let's get on to the final pod for the ancient ruins. If we continue onwards from where we were, you'll be heading towards the teleporter for the glass desert. Also, there's a very handy teleporter one way that takes you back to your base. We'll actually be coming back to drop off some of this stuff because we're definitely going to want an open inventory for the next section. If you come all the way down the ramp here, tucked away in this corner, you'll find the final blue pod for this area. If you open it up, you get the advanced Gordo snare, a more advanced Gordo snare that with less random results. Bait it with food and wait for those big Gordos. We're going to drop these resources off real quick, and then I'll meet you at the next pod. And now we're off to the glass desert. Go ahead and take the teleporter, and you'll actually find the first pod not too far from the teleporter here. If you jump behind this little guy right here, you go ahead and open up this pod, and you'll find the butterscotch slime lamp, a decorative lamp housing a happy slime, a butterscotch. Instead of saying like yellow slime lamp, they said butterscotch, I guess, because it's like a golden yellow, I suppose. All right, let's get to the next pod. From that pod, go ahead and head on out here towards this big old staircase. And you'll see this kind of temple-like structure in the distance. That is what we're actually going to be aiming for here. Go ahead and hop up on this ledge here, and you can get a quick rest on this little crystalline structure. I don't quite know what these things are. I guess it's like molten glass. After all, it is the glass desert. Go ahead and boost yourself on up over here. And you can go all the way around the left side or the right side. I prefer to go around the right side here. Past these clucking chickens. Carefully around this ledge. Boost over if you need to. And you'll actually see the Dervish Gordo if you're going in the right direction. If you need an extra key for this area, he's a good one to pop. Once you go past him on the right side here, you'll see a ledge pretty much all by itself that holds the blue pod. Go ahead and pop this one open. And you'll get the potted cactus, probably one of my favorite gadgets in the game. A cactus found in the glass desert that slimes and other items can stick to for a short while. It serves no real actual purpose that I know of, but it's fun. It's funny. It's a cactus. Let's get to the next pod. Now you can boost on back over, and actually where this Dervish Gordo is where you can find the next one. Float on down here past this little structure. You'll see this little tangled statue. That's how you know you're in the right place. And hiding behind it is the next blue pod. Pretty tricky place to put it. You'll find the ruined desert blocks, heavy stones arranged in a geometric fashion for an unknown purpose. Onwards to the next pod. Now, this next pod can be a little tricky to get to, so I'm going to show you from the air, but you can easily get there by foot. I'll show you the same location via the map. So, from the Dervish Gordo here, go ahead and fly on top, and this is where that extended energy range comes in handy. Fly on over this way. And we're going to keep on going here. Now from here you can drop down or you can keep on going up. We're going to head towards the little entrance here that has the torch. And we're going to fly on over. And if you can, that ledge is actually the best little area to get to. But if you don't make it, that's not a huge deal because the pod is actually right on over here. So you can float on over. And if you weren't looking carefully, it'd be pretty easy to miss this pod because it's behind this little mini brick wall. We can go ahead and pop this one open, and you'll get the ruined desert column, a support beam to a long-lost temple, perhaps even before the desert existed. That'd be pretty crazy. Alright, let's go ahead and move towards the next pod. Also, if you need a reference on the map for this pod, go ahead and show you here. It's kind of towards the right in the middle here. For this next part, if you keep on going along the main path here, you'll find yourself towards the back, in the right area, because you'll see kind of this big structure over here. We're going to keep on going here. And you'll see a sign for some ferals. Keep on going this way here. And we're going to hopefully slide past them here, head towards the top. Whoa. Leave me alone, I'm not doing anything. And you'll come to this little sign here. Now from this sign you should see a little gap in these towers here. So go ahead and head on up on these little intersecting ledges and get all the way to the top on this side. And then this little passage right here is where you're going to want to go. and you can jump to this middle pillar and then jump all the way over, and you'll find the next pod. This pod has the coil grass. This alien ground cover is among the first flora to sprout when the desert oases are restored. They're basically ferns, if you ask me. Okay, let's walk on over to the next pod. From that last pod, you can drop down that ledge into this little overhang here. And we're basically going to run through this entire next section. This is that big structure I was previously talking about. Go ahead and drop down in here. And you'll come out in this little section right here with these big old rings. Go ahead and hang a left here. And we're going to take another left and go all the way down this big hallway. You'll see the torches, so you know that you are in the right area. And keep on going. It's a little bit of a long hallway. Then once you get to the end here, go ahead and jump off. Turn around, and it's right underneath this staircase here. Go ahead and pop this one open. And you'll find the Cocoa Slime Lamp, a decorative lamp housing a happy slime. I have not actually made a Cocoa Slime Lamp, but I'm going to do that because I don't know about the brown color, how good it's going to look. So, all right, let's get on to the next pod. Now, head back from where you came from, back to the big area with the ring structure, and hang another left here so we can get a little bit of elevation going. Climb up on this little ledge here. Boost jump up here. And now we're going to want to make it all the way down there. So any way that you can get up to that tower right there, that's where we're going. So I find it's easier to try to get on top of these structures, but you don't have to. We're going to boost jump on over to this one, which, well, we can rest here for a second. Should let us to go to there, then we can hop on over there. All right. And there we go. Sometimes if you kind of hang the lip there for a second, it'll boost you on up and over. What we might need to do here, nope, it actually boosted us up and over here. And then from here, you can actually jump all the way over there, or you can just keep going here. Turn right and look down slightly and you should find, whoa, not fall off suddenly there, and you should find the next pod. Go ahead and fall down to this one and pop it open. And you'll find the Berry Slime Lamp, a decorative lamp housing a happy slime. And now a huge round of applause for yourself, dear ranchers. You've just found all of the blue pods that are in this game. Congratulations. Thank you guys so much once again for joining me today on the lab. And if you guys found this video useful, then please leave a like. And as always, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As we say here on the ranch, the more ranchers, the merrier. I'll be hard at work on the last video in this series for all the black pods, so don't worry about that. I'll definitely be getting that one out as soon as I can. Until next time, this is your host, Skylab Gaming Krazian, signing off.